Greetings, Biafrans. Greetings, lovers of freedom. I greet every one of you wherever you are watching. Please endeavor to invite others. Let them discuss. Let us discuss. This evening, I have come to preach the gospel truth. That truth you are running to hear, that thing you don't want to hear, I have come to preach it to you. Like you all know me, my name is MAP, Ezioku Bundu 1 in Biafra land. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect every one of us. Before I proceed, I must greet Mazi Nnamdi Okwu Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, the largest mass movement in the whole wide world. And I called him Ikuku a na-afụ anya, Ufumbaje na-eme offload. Ofu onye na-esi ile ọra, mana ọra amalitie, mana ọra sielie, nyanwụ elisie ya. Wee sị ọhamadike, dike ndikerere, odogwu a na-akpọ ogwu n'anya, asị gị mgbede ọma, ọ ga-adịrịrị gị na mma, dịla ezinụlọ gị na mma, ị ga-adị ka echi maka na echi ada agwụ agwụ. Ise ejikwa m ohere a wee na-ekene the leadership of IPOB DOS headed by Mazi Chike Doziem under the command of Mazi Nnamdi Okwu Kanu. And I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect you all. I say, good evening from here, from MAP. And I greet every member of Eastern Security Network, ESN, under our able legal teams led by Mike Ozekome and Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor and the rest of them. I say, good evening, all of you. And I also greet every IPOB principal officers, wherever you are. I greet every one of you. I greet every IPOB media warrior. I greet every IPOB member. I say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama onye pụrụ ime ihe niile guide and protect every one of you. He said, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This evening, I have come to set the record straight. Karagod, I cite you. Greetings from here. I have come again to preach the gospel, and I urge every one of you to take the message and leave the messenger. Always listen to the message, because the message is very important. This evening, I will be addressing two topics, and by God's grace, I will not spend a lot of time in this very program. I think I can only spend maximum of 1 hour or 1 hour 30 minutes, and I will round it up. So for that, I have to go straight to the point and make it very clear. The topic I will treat this evening is the level of Biafra's struggle. I mean the level we are. And our father who have left us, Pa Mbazuruike Amaechi, who died this morning at age of 93 years. He died. But many of us are wishing him rest in peace. If you check the write-up, I didn't put rest in peace. That is a transition of life, like all of us know. But he died unhappy. Yes. Other people will say any man who have lived at least 90 years have done everything in his life. But this our father died unhappy death. He grew old, he grew a gray hair, he died a great man, he died a well-respected man, and he is not like every other elders that any person can disrespect or any person can talk ill about. He is a well-respected Igbo man, and he lived the life of an Igbo man. And in all his livings, he always stand up as an Igbo man. Before I proceed, I will love and I will hold 1 minute silent for him, because he is a well-respected Igbo man. And among every Igbo man or Igbo men who have lived and died, he is one of the most outstanding elder at his age. The role he have played before joining his great ancestors is a role many of our elders have refused to play. And for this, I will say, let us have 1 minute silent for him, please. Nna anyị, ka Chukwu okike abịa ama n'alụ mkpụrụ obi gị na ndokwa. Jee nke ọma, nna mbazuruike Amaechi. Ise, ise, ise. Biafrans, I know that many of you don't know the role Mbazuruike Amaechi played. And like I said earlier, that he died unhappy man. And the only person or the only group or the only people that will make him a happy man is the people of Biafra. Mbazuruike Amaechi played a very vital role in the restoration of Biafra. And he also played a very vital role in the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And he never gave up till his last breath on this planet Earth. And why I say that he died unhappy is because his last wish was not granted. He made a wish which supposed to be granted by the help of the Igbo elders, by the help of the Igbo politicians, by the help of those that call themselves our senators, our traditional rulers, our elite. But because of the hatred the Igbos have for themselves, they made this man's last wish not to come true. And like I said, may his soul rest in peace. And also, may his soul rise and fight for the restoration of Biafra. May he guide us, because as he have joined the ancestors, He is one of the ancestors now. And I am calling on him, Sir Mbazuruike Amaechi, nna anyị, oge elugo mgbe ị ga-eji wee nụọ ya dịka our ancestors. The time for you to revenge for your wish that have not come true. The wish of Mbazuruike Amaechi. Mbazuruike Amaechi made a last wish when he visited the so-called president in Aso Rock. And he begged and asked for whoever that is in Aso Rock to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and hand him over, that he will make sure that there will be peace in the East. But what did he get in return? He was turned down and he was told by the presidency that let court decide. And Mbazuruike Amaechi prayed for court to decide in his presence before he will join his ancestors. Lo and behold, the case went to court. And guess what? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu won. And the Court of Appeal discharged and acquitted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the presence of Sir Mbazuruike Amaechi. And Mbazuruike Amaechi, out of joy, hoping that whosoever in Aso Rock will obey court order. And there was an issue that arose when the Attorney General of the Federal Republic of Nigeria said, and I quote, that he cannot release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Rather, he will consult the Igbo elite, the Igbo leaders, before thinking or making up his mind to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. At this point, Mbazuruike Amaechi think that the Igbos elite will rise up immediately to urge the Malami and the presidency to obey court order. But all of them went asleep. All of them turned blind eyes and deaf ear to the judgment until the Court of Appeal retrieved their judgment by the pressure coming from the federal government and by the witness of the Igbo leaders, starting from the traditional and the religious and the political leaders. And what happened next? The same Court of Appeal who discharged and acquitted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in a broad daylight, they passed the judgment of stay of execution against their own judgment, because the men that represent Igbos, all of them are now weak and they all are slaves. Because of that, Mbazuruike Amaechi cannot hold himself again. Mbazuruike Amaechi, who is 93 years old, felt so sad. Out of the shock, looking at what his people is passing through in the East, looking at what is happening in the East, he decided to join his ancestors. He decided to join his ancestors. Now, What are the benefits of the Igbo elite and Igbo political leaders and our traditional rulers? Why are they living in the fear? Please, I don't want to block any person, but let me send this one into Ahegbe, Ahegbe, Oziegbe. I know you are an Edo man, but I want to make this proverb on your language. Onuwa agbe oria da boy. In case you don't hear, let me repeat it. Onuwa agbe oria da boy. So I know you know what I say. And I will send this warning to you. One more useless comment from you, I will block you. Then you can go to your stupid gumi to be writing rubbish. Now, that is for late Sir mbazuruike Amaechi. Even when court granted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, when court discharged and acquitted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, mbazuruike Amaechi, knowing the traditional and the culture of Igbo, he volunteered that he can go to the Aso Rock and kneel down to whoever that is in Aso Rock for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And in Igbo tradition, Igbo culture, a man of his caliber, not even only a man of his caliber, men don't kneel down nor bow down to another man in Igbo land. Not to talk of a man that has such chieftaincy. Now, what is the role of Igbo politicians? Why are they silent? They have made Ndi Igbo look useless before the world. Today, there is no any Igbo man that has respect. Only few. And those few, they are afraid to speak up. Those that are not afraid are in IPOB and they are speaking up. Those that are not in IPOB, they are afraid and they don't want to speak up. Now, let me go straight to the level of Biafra restoration. Many of you are in this very struggle, but you don't know the level or the stage we are now. Biafra restoration have crossed the Rubicon. When I say we have crossed the Rubicon, we have crossed anything that has to do with negotiation. If we have to go for Biafra or do we have alternative? As it is now, Biafrans don't have any alternative in Biafra restoration. We only have one option, and that option is Biafra or nothing. You know, you can only be negotiating when you have two options, and you can go for the alternative. If the best is not working out, then the second to the best can work out. But as it is now, IPOB, we don't have two alternatives. So if you are an IPOB, you have to make up your mind for one thing. That thing is either you die getting Biafra or you get Biafra alive. What did I say? It's either you die getting Biafra or you get Biafra alive. Nobody will tell me that there are Igbo politicians. The level where we are now is no longer the level, like Mazi Sanwo-Olu said yesterday, and I quote, that nobody will know this next step of IPOB. You cannot know the step of IPOB because it will not be made public any longer. You don't tell your enemies that I am coming with AK-47. the enemy will wait for you with RPG or with bomb or dynamite that is more powerful than that. You don't tell the enemies how prepared you are. You take your enemies unaware. So if you are in IPOB and you don't know the stage where we are now, I want you to pay attention, because the stage where we are now is one of the most dangerous and deadliest stage any struggle can be. Why I am passing this message is because I think you deserve to know the truth, so that when you deviate and you will be receiving your punishment, you will not say nobody told you or you are unaware. If you watch me, I am very calm this evening. Not that I am weak, but why I am calm is for the message to stimulate, for the message to dissect, for you to be able to understand what I am saying, for you to be able to capture things and pick the point that I am going to give you here right now. Biafra movement, Biafra restoration, and the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is something you can only use the word unnegotiable. You cannot negotiate it. There's, like I always say in my program, that the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu lie in Biafra restoration, and Biafra restoration does not lie in freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Many of you misunderstood that word from me, but that is the truth. Now, if you are in the struggle, I want you to know that there is difference between you that are into the struggle with someone who is not into this very struggle. Not everything the person do, you can engage yourself. Somebody who is not into IPOB or Biafra struggle have every right to do some certain things. But you that have made up your mind and volunteer yourself to be in this very struggle, there are certain things that have been restricted from you. And those things, it can be applied by the words you say and the things you do. There are sacrifices you need to make. The Biafra struggle have come to the level that if you are an IPOB, you are prohibited to be campaigning for any politicians. You are prohibited to say things that nobody sent you to say. You are prohibited to do some certain things. You are now in the stage of making sacrifice, not in a stage of making profit. The stage where we are now is a stage we call it do or die. Now, many of you don't know the stage where we are now. Let me tell you one thing. There is some videos that are in circulation on social media where the Fulanis are very seriously, they are preparing for 2023 and how to take over Nigeria. Why you are still busy talking about PVC? You don't know how prepared your enemies are. And the stage we are now is a stage where every Biafrans need to be preparing themselves, because I am seeing a very serious war coming. What did I say? I say I am seeing a very serious war coming. And if we fail to resist and prepare ourselves, we will be captured and we will be conquered. Many of you will say, no, we are in the 21st century. And I want you to know that in the 21st century, Russia take the war to Ukraine when Ukraine started misbehaving. And they capture Ukraine. Many of you don't know that Ukraine have been captured by Russia. And the world cannot do anything. If we cannot prepare, the Fulani will capture us and they will capture our land and they will take us for slave. So I want you to know the stage the Biafra struggle is now. The stage is a stage of do or die. Either you make it or you die. There is no room for being slaved. The southeastern leaders, they are saying they will initiate political solution to free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And the question I ask them is this: for it's too late to make that statement. We don't need any political solution here, because that was the same thing they said during Anambra State election, that they are going to initiate political solution. And they begged IPOB leadership to allow the Anambra State election to hold, which IPOB leadership heard their plea and granted their request for them. Immediately after Anambra State election, all of them went and sleep. And as it is now, the Fulanis and other regions are well prepared. The question I want to ask the Eastern governors that said they are they still have the chance to initiate a political solution, on what ground are you initiating the political solution? Why didn't you initiate the political solution before the court vindicated? What I want every Eastern governors to do is to give order for the court to obey their own law by releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and take him back where they kidnapped him. The court in Umuahia ruled that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be taken back to Kenya, and he was discharged and acquitted in Umuahia High Court. Now, are you trying to take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back? What you people supposed to act at initial stage is what you are bringing back now. What happened to the court verdict? What are you telling us about the political solution? Political solution that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is guilty or what? Or political solution that the court should no longer discharge Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and acquit him, so that they will give a condition of releasing him. In your own presence, the Court of Appeal ruled in Abuja that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed no offense, and the whole count that was against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was discharged and acquitted. Sorry. The whole charges against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was struck out by the appeal court. Why can't you people stand on that very ground and say, no, this man, the court have ruled, like what Buhari said, the thing in Aso Rock, say that let court decide. Why can't you say the court have decided, let them free Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Why can't you people stand on your feet? But you are coming now to tell us you want to initiate political solution. On what ground are you going to bring the political solution? Don't you know the meaning of political solution? Or are you waiting for me to explain the meaning of political solution? Political solution can no longer be effective when the court have ruled, when the court have passed their judgment. What I expect from the useless Dave Umahi and the rest of them that are useless, because yes, I can use the word useless, is for them to rise up and stand on the vindic of the court. We have Miriam Heider here. Greetings, my sister. Good evening from here.
From here, and how are you? You know, my sister Marian Heider, there is something you're saying now, and there's something that's been in my heart this morning since I had the departure of one of our most notable elders, Mazi mbazuruike.
Amaechi, yes.
Amaechi, but yeah. So quickly, I will start by saying that I'm seeing people writing, rest in peace. I am not going to say that, and I will explain myself. I strongly believe in ancestral worship because of my personal life experience. Our elder was honored, told whoever is in the Aspen Rock to put Mazi into his hand, so that he will have that closure before he passes beyond. And the whole thing, the main core argument he made, as far as I am concerned, was that so that when he gets there, he will tell our ancestors that he was able to achieve that and that peace is reigning in our land. That simple request, but noble request, was denied of him from Buhari. Now he has passed on. Let me tell you, his energy is everywhere. Even as I speak, he hears me. I am telling him, Mazi, our gallant Mazi, you fought a good fight, but you have not finished. Because as far as I'm concerned, this is one of the things I compare. Yes, even though the spirit controls the physical earth. The physical earth is where you can nudge or infuse or, waking up the spirit so that they can do the needful. So now our Mazi is going with first-class information that one of their noble sons, Amaechi, is in the custody of the enemies, even when the rule of the land, because even the word of God said, obey the law of the land and the law of God. Even when the law of God, the law governing that land, that location, has set him free, declared him a free man, a human being, a mere mortal that does not have control of his own breath, cannot control when he wakes up or sleeps. He's saying, Mazi, I am charging him. I'm today because the spirit is hearing my voice. To go there and galvanize all our ancestors. This is what is happening here. Now, when Sadebe was alive, he said, when the
exactly.
Let him go there and galvanize them. Let them wake up. Because I know they can do. Let them begin to confound that they know the right weapons from Malami to everybody, even in our own land, that is part of this conspiracy to continue to hold whom the Lord, through him the Spirit, through him the Lord of the land has set free, because he's suffering indeed. So that is what we should be saying, mbazuruike. He should not rest, he should go and finish the job he started on the physical earth. And what he's going to rest is his body. But the essence of who he is, which is the spirit of man, which is really who we are, he has gone beyond to go and galvanize the rest. If they are not here, if they only heard about it, he's coming with first-class news to tell them what is going on here so they can arise. And I know we're going to hear the result very soon. Having said that, our so-called elders talking about political solution, yes, at the end of the day, there's going to be a political solution. What do I mean? Because when we have to do the referendum, it's called political solution.
Exactly.
After the referendum by his, we'll be going. There's going to be a round table to discuss how you're going to divide the assets. All these things are political solutions. But I don't want them to begin to tell us, because we are not stupid, just like you said, we are not crazy. We may be children, they may look at us as children or non-entities. We still have our. So because when they went there and told him, whoever is in that Asher Rock with his cohort, his cabal, give
us our son, especially this our elderly man that just went behind a greater place. Begged him. He said, no, I am not going to engage in any political solution. I want the judiciary to decide this issue. Now the judiciary has decided the issue. Buhari and his cohort and every other person, including any of our people that are involved in this thing, what they should be doing now is that Buhari must obey the law of the land. Then after that is that Amaechi must be released, and the court have ordered send back to Kenya. From there, he can transition to wherever he wants to do. Then go. Then we can start the political solution on how to divide Biafra, Nigeria, I meant to say, and give us our own portion. We go. That's the only political solution that they should be engaging, and it's not now. What they should be demanding is the immediate release of Amaechi according to the law of the land. They must obey. Then, if they want to be part of us, if they want to come back to us, after Amaechi has been released and sent home, wherever he decides to call his own, then they can follow us to negotiate what is due for us. Due to us, I meant to say, when it comes to the division of the so-called Nigeria. That's where their political solution can come. And let me tell you, we may not even believe in whatever advice they're giving us because they have sold themselves out. So, political solution is not where we are now. Well, we can now be released. Then, after that, we can talk about the political solution because the person that's going to be at the head of our affairs of this political solution is Amaechi himself. You cannot be in jail. You cannot be in detention. You cannot be where you don't have your freedom and negotiate for anything. This man must be free. Then we can talk about negotiation. That's what I want to bring in. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you. Thank you for your wonderful contribution.
My regards to everyone, including DOS, HODS, and Amaechi was brilliant as always yesterday. God bless us all. Bye-bye, my brother.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you. God bless you for your wonderful contribution. You know, why I didn't stream Amaechi Sanwo-Olu yesterday is because my laptop, I lost, I don't know if I lost it or I forget it where I went to buy a charger. So as it is now, I don't know where I don't know the whereabouts of my laptop. But I believe by tomorrow I will, because today is a holiday, most of the stores didn't open. So by tomorrow, if I don't see the laptop, I have to purchase new one, and I know how to do other things to retrieve or to log out in everything about the laptop. But nevertheless, we move. I am using my phone today. Now, let me continue with what our sister just said. He said that let the spirit of mbazuruike Amaechi. This is time to fight on, because you fought gallantly. You made the request. Like I said, you died honorably. You are not like other Igbo elders. You are outstanding. You say the truth the way it's supposed to be. You protected your people. You fight for your children. But this is the right time to fight for your children more. As we call our ancestors, you are one of the ancestors now. You are one of the people that control this world, because they say the spirit control the physical. You are among the spirit now. For you to achieve that, your request, rise. Binye nike na ebube. Tinye ogbayala n'ime ndị ilo. As for the Eastern governors, they must remove that political solution to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. What the political solution they can be talking about now is referendum. How to disintegrate Nigeria, because the terrorists have already eaten up Nigeria. Don't think that is those few people you see on the trailer that DSS paraded. They are the people that will capture Abuja. No, of course. That is not there. Those people are not the people that will capture Abuja. The main people that will capture Abuja, they are warming up somewhere and they are hidden somewhere. They may not even be in Abuja. They can even be in Kaduna or Kano. So our father, mbazuruike Amaechi, you know what is about to happen in Abuja. You are in the spirit now. You see it more than us. Even while you are with us here as an elder, you see more than us. And this is the time you will act as one of the powerful spirits. Because if Abuja is captured and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is under DSS custody in Abuja, what is the fate of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? In the hands of those that hate him, in the hands of the enemies, in the hands of terrorists, people like Fulani Bandit. So, mbazuruike Amaechi, fight, rise up. Then the Eastern governors, if there is any atom of shame that are still left in you people, what we expected you people to do is to stand on the judgment of the Court of Appeal and make a statement like men, not making statements like women. Even women are far better than you because women are now speaking gallantly. I have the person that just called me now, she's a woman. And when you heard her voice, you will know that this woman is far better than the whole Eastern governors put together. The difference is that the other people are gallivanting, parading themselves as governors, but they know nothing. They have no shame. They have no pride. They are nothing you can write home about them. And that was the reason why the Igbos look like they are insulting their elders, because the elders of the Igbo elders are the most foolish elders. Sorry to use the word. If my father is still there and behave like them, that is his own cup. Sorry to use this word, but you will check yourself. If your father is outstanding, know that your father is not among the foolish elders, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is also a father and an elder, and I cannot call him a foolish elder because he is outstanding. Sir mbazuruike Amaechi is an elder, well-respected elder. What is holding the Eastern governors? Do you know that there is no person that from the East that will tell you these are the demand or what the Igbos want for any incoming president? We had when Peter Obi went for the North, Arewa, he said to them that if he become the president, that the North will benefit more from his presidency, because Arewa have a demand. They know what they present. They made Peter Obi to say that word so that they will hold him on his word. Now, today, have you seen any presidential aspirant coming to the East to tell them what they will benefit if they make him the president of the Federal Republic of the Zoo? Because they don't see you as anything. Do you know that the campaign is going on? There is no any traditional ruler that have been visited by any presidential aspirant from the Igbo land, in Igbo land, I mean. Go and check it. Obi of Onitsha have not received any political aspirant to even lay his hands of blessing to the person, at least say, for you to recognize my kingship or my traditional throne. For this, on behalf of my people, I bless you, go and succeed. They don't recognize them as anything. They see a whole Obi of Onitsha, the #1 traditional ruler in Igbo land, as a second-class king in Nigeria. And yet you are not worried about that. You are not worried about the condition of your people. When asked, they will tell you, oh, Mazi, let's support our own. Do you know the meaning of let's support our own? Is Hope Uzodinma supporting his own? Is Dave Umahi supporting his own? They are killing us. When we rise against them, they'll say, oh, why are you fighting one another? Why are you fighting yourselves? Now, the stage of Biafra struggle is what I am telling you now. When it will start playing, those of you that is shouting obedient, you will not even see a place to hide, not to talk of seeing mouth to shout O, not to talk of B. When I say that, I challenge every obedient person, every obedient promoter. I give them 2 million free of charge. Come and win 2 million from me. to tell me the achievement of P2B in Anambra State. Only one question I asked them, and they will win 2 million. I say, if any of them can tell me how P2B convert one thing, Anambra State, from consumption to production, I will give the person 2 million naira. None of them have come up to tell me how P2B, did the P2B convert Anambra State from consumption to production. Many of you don't know the reason why we don't want P2B as a president. P2B cannot rule more than 8 years. He cannot rule more than 8 years. Now, the question is, what will be the fate of Ndi Igbo after the 8 years, if mistakenly or peradventure the unimaginable happen and P2B become the president? Now, after his tenure for 8 years, what will be the fate of Ndi Igbo? We will return to another 100 years and something of suffering? Do you people know that when Nigeria was moving forward and was developing fast, the people that was controlling Nigeria was Igbo people? The moment the power get to the Fulanis, Nigeria started crumbling. Up to today, they have not risen up. Now, check Anambra. P2B rule for good 8 years. How is the face of Anambra today? Anambra remain one of the most worst states in Nigeria. When you come to bad road, Anambra is among the top 10. When you come to bad environment, they are among. When anything that is undeveloped, Anambra is among them. Anambra is not among the beautiful city in Nigeria today. And P2B come from Anambra. So when you say P2B will fix Nigeria, why didn't he fix Anambra? Anambra is supposed to be functioning very well so that we will know that P2B was once a governor in Anambra State. And he did this. And he selected someone like him as a successor. Who selected Willie Obiano to succeed P2B? Is it not P2B that selected him? P2B single-handedly picked Willie Obiano to succeed him. And look at the activities of Willie Obiano in Anambra. And Willie Obiano selected Charles Soludo. Look at the condition. That is how it will be in Nigeria. Use Anambra State, like Miriam Wilo Karaku will say. If you want to know how your wife will look like when she gets old, go and look your mother-in-law. Ịchọ ịma ka nwunye gị ga-adị ma o mee old, gị jee nne nwunye gị anya n'iru ka ịfụ ka ọ ga-adị. Now, for you to know how the fate of Ndi Igbo after P2B presidency, look the condition of Anambra State today. Are you proud to say that the condition of Anambra State? Are you proud to say P2B was once a governor in this state? Are they not suffering what they are suffering under Chimaroke, Mbadinuju? Are they not suffering the same thing? Now, there are some certain things I will not tell you about the stage we are now. But I must say that the stage we are now, if you are willingly want to make yourself the enemy of Biafrans, feel free, make yourself enemy of Biafrans, and you will join your ancestors. Untimely death will be your portion. IPOB will not tolerate anything that has to do with criminal activities. Now, I have been waiting so long for Gumi of Idu to tell us his men that are dying every day like chicken and fowl, his commanders that are being captured. Why is he not making program about it? Because when we tell you people, criminal activities cannot be tolerated in Nigeria. Some of you don't, in Biafra land, some of you think that we are joking. Today, his men is going down every day because they are kidnappers. Now, the stage of IPOB. What is the stage of IPOB as it is now? Which level are we? We are in a level of when we march, we will not turn back. When you fall, nobody will ask you, have you fall? we have come. In no distance time, Biafra flag will be raised. And when that happens, two things involved. Either they allow us to go in peace or we will go by force, because we can never go in pieces. Tell Nigerian government that the hour for them to just leave anything that has to do with Nigeria election and talk about referendum. For those of you who are saying we are forcing any person to join Biafra, that we are forcing the South-South, nobody is forcing the South-South. What we are asking is for referendum. What is referendum? The South-South will decide, are they going to remain in one Nigeria or they are going to join Biafra? Are they going to ask for Niger Delta Republic or are they going to remain one Nigeria? It's as simple as that. So IPOB or the Igbos are not forcing any person to join them in Biafra nation. What we are asking is Biafra referendum or the referendum, total disintegration. Let everybody go their own. The people who want to stay in Nigeria, let them stay. But we that want our freedom, let us go. And we are going to march very soon. Yesterday, if you listen to Amaechi Sanwo-Olu, when he said that the next step of IPOB, that all of you, none of you can imagine or guess it, you don't need to know what he's telling you. And every one of us who are genuinely understand that very statement. And we know that our freedom is at hand. Our freedom is very near. So for those of you who are still engaging yourself in criminal activities, I want to ask you this question. Was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu engage himself in a criminal activities before you start following him? Is IPOB built on a criminal activities before you join IPOB? Why must you use IPOB name to be engaging yourself in a criminal activities? You are calling the governor's thief and you are engaging yourself in a kidnapping issue. There's a voice I would love to play here if I can see it. I don't have the voice here. This is my laptop that is not with me. It's really dealing with me mercilessly. I don't see the video. I wish I can find those videos, but I believe from next year, tomorrow or next, my laptop, I will buy another laptop. I will find my own. Then my brokers will be flowing with proofs. Now, you know the stage of Biafra agitation. If you are an IPOB, the hour for you to descend on Nigeria is now. The stage where we are now is a stage of putting every effort to make sure that every enemies, both within and outside Biafra and IPOB, will be crushed. If Ulitan is bleeding, let the youth rise up. Let them rise up. If you tell them they are bleeding, what will I do? Okay, the youth will not rise up and do the necessary. When they killed 14 youth, innocent youth in Imo State, I called for everybody to rise up at once. Many of you were saying, Mazi, come home. So if you is bleeding, let them rise up and do the needful. The power belongs to the people. If Uli cannot be shut down for 2 days because he's bleeding, let them continue bleeding. Or do you want ESN to come and be fighting for them? Of course, the answer is no. Or they don't have men again. They don't have traditional rulers inside Uli. No, they don't have representative. They don't have senator that is representing them. Why can't they hold them? Gina village the nefa. Komuga diagwa here hag equesilime. Igagawuna not Ghana banye bin. In IPOB struggle, the stage we are now, were some things if not, I could have said some 1 or 2 things here. But saying it's like passing a direct information to the zoo, which is very, very wrong. But I want our people to be at alert, to rise up, to know that Biafra is about to march. I am not seeing anything Nigeria election in 2023. What I am seeing is Biafra referendum. And I am calling every Biafrans to know that then the stage you are now is stage to prepare yourself on what is about to happen. Look at this video. These are the north. This is happening in the north. You see this video? You see it? This is just watch it. Many of you have seen it. They are prepared. They are well prepared with sophisticated weapons. With sophisticated weapons. In here, there is no type of gun in my here. Here, Bundugu prepare go and indeed go can PVC. Then unding cause nding question I have autopilot. And then fake kidnap, they will fake ESN na Zoshi. Because Simon Ekpa has bullshit. The Simon Ekpa has bullshit. These people are preparing. Let me take it off. Eastern governors cannot chop political solution. Hamalona Gafego stage. Ebehanona. Did they consult any IPOB leadership? Do they speak with Mazen Namdekan? How can you be talking Do you know the level of IPOB? No, now. Now, the people, normally, before IPOB appear on board, there was a lot of criminals parading themselves, engaging in different criminal activities in Biafra land. Gina, AB, Gina, ndewo my sister. Ekenekwa munge. Hygienus, Madoka, ndewo. The whole Lundinina, those criminals, hardcore criminals, Nobuna Biafra land. Have you asked yourself, where are they today? What are their activities? Why are you not hearing of them? My brother, they are intact. They are the autopilots you are hearing today. All the hard criminals, they are now using the name, they are the autopilot. Some of them don't have guns before, and they went underground. But Gumi of it, Simon Eba. But as a raise, you say fund with the name of ESN. Boluzia Gondi in the Biafra. Bonyezena can the criminal. Now they buy gun, they buy everything. They are now using it to kidnap our people, creating more jobs for ESN, making it more difficult for ESN, giving ESN a hard task. If one onye nke jide okoba ka parrot, chelo nwe nke nge play voice here now. If you can call parrot, Let me find if I can see the video. Now, go on your counting. No, it's not this one. Now, negative. Listen to this. Mwabingo. These are the autopilot members. Nefanya.
Sit down. Sit down there.
Autopilot.
Schoolboy. Togo. This boy, hey, Chiedu. Wadamma. Baba. Wadamma. Wadamma with the school, this guy, this guy, Abesco. Schoolboy, Uche. I'm not to say because most money get that guys most money now. But I got money now, but I got one.
Hey, autopilot. What's your capos, brother? Capos, Una free Simon na cause our youth. Una free Simon no cause go our youth. Simon ebugo our youth go. Yet our youth some people are not going. Gini bo autopilot. In Ajuko Wegese. Gini, what is autopilot? All the youth now was the kidnap bike as a lucrative business. Ndugu the business prepare for 2023. The men in question on ground. No longer prepare. Simon Leo into autopilot. Today they are dying like fools and fowls. Hanang sisi kako. Sese fly. Umunnie. Iye ni na abu ndi Igbo. I fully innocent ojiku. I think Ombochoka koku that thing. Or sige that na Simon may approach. Simon may approach. Kwenye nkwa no genyi ego. First of all, what is ally? How do you build allies? Do you build allies by paying them? No. Simon apota. Gumi of Ido apota. She innocent oji. Na nyaga men cause of kwebie ego. Innocent oji and how many things against you. I was against you when you now say you are under autopilot because I know you as a leader of Biafra National Guard. If you can continue your activities without interference in IPOB or anything using IPOB as autopilot, then you can't see any IPOB attacking you. Do your thing as a Biafra National Guard and nobody will talk about it. But K for me, Simon Apota, nye ego nri n'August. Nye chezi ego nri, siya K for nalo. He poke nose to know the capacity, to know if he has something. Because his mission is to blackmail. Like I told you people, before ending of this very month, today, Simon will make an expose with Innocent Oji. And from then, you will see, Obun Innocent Oji, well, any word you already genuine in fighting for Biafra, you will see Nigerian army attacking him. Watch out. because that is the agent. Now, Simon, jide our youth now. Bazi ha na ego keji eme freedom fighter. Now, for you to become a freedom fighter, they will be paying you. Did Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ask you to join IPOB by paying you money? Onwere kwụ ụgwọ gị bata IPOB. Ngwa ji aka gị bata IPOB wolukwa ego gị na-akwụ. Now, Simon emego anyị ndị mmadụ ndị be anyị nọ na Nigeria, onye ngide Igbo, ụmụ yoke. Onye gbacha mkpụrụ mmiri, o je kidnap doctor. Simon now was a ally. You want to form ally. Who are the people you are forming ally with? What is ally? Ally has to do with many agreements, in case many of you don't know. Before you form ally, you must know the capability of whom you are forming ally. Do you know that the Italian government have an ally with America? Are you people aware? For you to have ally, to build ally, you must know what you have and what you are capable. Then what will you benefit? Innocent Oji is a freedom fighter fighting for Biafra according to him. You don't need to build ally with somebody like that. How can you be building ally with your own person? Because no matter hear English in me. You don't build ally. You're none of the man they cannot now. He is building ally with Biafran National League. He is building ally with Biafran National Guard, the Biafran Guard. He is building ally with mbazuruike. No, he can't do that. If they want to come together, they will come together. If they don't want to come together, there's nothing like ally. You build ally with external body. You work together with your brothers. You cooperate. You don't build ally with him. Oh, no, the Mazi Chike doesn't knock at Opotana Radio Biafra. I am building ally with Mazi Chena Sanworu. Does that make sense? And the same Simon Epapotana Simad no Mahiebu allegation. Na allegation baby. Don't you know that in anything you are doing in court, and somebody, once you are in court, what you have there is allegation. Until it's proven to be truth. Allegation is the same thing with accusation. Because on assume or see how that it's not allegation, it's accusation. Genibo accusation, ebubo. What is allegation? Ebubo. Today, innocent Oja Potagwaguno. No one any ally nyangwe with any gumi, that he has no ally with any person. You build ally when you are different people. You come together when you are one person. You are one people. That is why Ejebemfonye ne defendi. Onye kpọrọ onwe IPOB person or IPOB media ne defendi any governor or any senator or any politician. Nna futonya as a saboteur. Nna futonya as a pure saboteur because kini defend area. Anambra State has 3 senators. Senator Stella Odua and Senator Valentine and Senator Patrick Ifanyoba. All these senators, and when the Humboshim any of Anambra State senator make any statement in a Senate na red chamber or raise any emotion, go and check it, and somebody will come and be defending them. No, you will tell me, oh, it's your senator, you need to support him. Gini kina support for. Have he represented you in the red chamber? Tell me one thing. I say, and one such thing be. That is why some people never have na social media na calling you. Especially bampuru mili before broadcast. Anambra as a whole, and webe ho senator afube nsi gi Stella Odua. Stella Odua afube ho me any day na Senate House or na ekwu okwu or even or raise their hand na ya dey against or na ya dey for. The same thing to the other Valentine. Most ndị Anambra mahụ dị ndị ha bụ. The same thing. If I know back, amabe Morgan go Senate meeting. Every blessed honor a personal mission. Okwenye represent in Anambra. Then gwamuka ha igebe mbosi aga to vote aga raise hama no there. At least that is why smart Adayemi njuwe hit hard on Abia people. So the senator na for there bụ Senator Kemafi enyi na Baribe and mgbe ike kwere mmadụ nnọbịa nnafia there with 1 or 2 from Enugu State, Rochas and the rest of them. Mana nke ndị Anambra, you don't see them. Now, Gumi of Idu, ekpo iligo ndị be anyị isi. Our youth are dying today, all in the name of somebody or somewhere. Go ahead and join your ESN. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu na ya dey mezi recruitment on ESN. Most of you are general Zuzu na agayali neji iwe ESN. Unaja join ESN. Kara good. I think I'm a queen of violence. Queen of violence. No peace. Today, innocent or Jugaluna and we have any alliance. So those who actually know alliance have from once, according to Mazi Metusela, say one small girl. Half from maybe one small girl in the post innocent or now see we they play the show woto ndika pochi manokwe he post ebe emelo innocent or interview maka Gumi ochi na ego nri ka o wete so ego nri ka iju echoye ihe dia maka na ha gwa gi na build something e shi na get in Nigerian space with that thing with that small thing no na that healers ki geju e season Nigerian space e ma hiye Ogoshini Gallo School, a Mario space. Here, if Leba, I got a 3-story building. Namaromo. Oh, how I me if I knock out, Kepuju. All this, Guinea can what do the things, all this, in Sherbe. Amalamiana, Bian Sherbe, gunpowder. Kepuju, dear. Banye machis on name fo na ndage bukwana mmadụ na ati fo ebe niile aṅụrụ eju ebe niile aṅụrụ eju ebe niile I just click at the thing say oh ihe a ka ga-eji wee ga mee 82 division Enugu battalion ihe a ka ga-eji wee mee ha attack ihe a ka ga-ebi nọkata ekwensu akpalụ gị na ị ga mee army barrack attack then ewegota aka wee gwa unu ka abacha enwere voice Maazị Nnamdi Kanu m ga-play here. Introduction. Let me use it to conclude. I saw it on Mazi Metusela's platform, and I think I will get it. All the very important. Kai again here Mazi Kudient. Now, Kai go to no voice Mazi over.
That foolishness is what we remove from hardcore Biafrans. Once they come, we baptize them in reason and common sense. Do you know why we are doing this? We don't want Biafra to come and full of idiots. Allocation, resource control, is our tongue. Please let us conscientize. By the time Biafra comes, you will genuinely hit the ground running, look like the do-lad of Daura, the pedophile and terror. Everybody knew that there is no country in the world being presided over by a Hausa or Fulani person that is progressing. Everybody knows that very well. If you ask, they will tell you there is no country in the world Hausa or Fulani man is in charge and they're doing well. Never, never, ever, never. It's in their nature. They are naturally disposed to corruption and tendencies which are quite undescribable. Go and stop being lazy. Tell your friends and your families that we are alive. Tell them how you are listening to us. Allow me to worship heaven.
Go ahead and worship heaven.
How can we praise you? They said, if good happens, we praise you. In bad
man, the figure one will actually go see our people. Our people. Makande National, I launched ESN. No. Look at this video here.
We have ESN. About the world as your children to.
Ihe bụ ESN ndị maazi recruit chebe naga training mgbe maazi nne. So ndị agacha training na maazi Chinesa nworu me home you go ifu mu anu mpa ma potashi gị he is launching new ESN. So maazi ka ị buy in spirit.
What only you commanded that we should do, which is to praise you, to honor you, to exalt your holy name, to do as others may find very difficult to understand or to appreciate. We call upon you. We ask for your mercy. We ask for your forgiveness if we have trespassed. Of course we do, because we are only mere mortals. Only you is immortal, Heavenly Father. We don't claim or ascribe any righteousness because that is in your gift to give. Only you is righteous. That you love us is not in doubt. That you asked us to come, nobody can question, because only you determined that you must do this very well. That is why we never tire exalting your name. Every exaltation, prayer, praise, or everything that we have, everything we are today, we glorify your name because of it. That is why we keep saying, as Yahweh Yeshua prayed, that hallowed will also be your name all the time. There is no other name, none whatsoever. Because if there was, Yahweh Yeshua could not have prayed. Never. He said it very, very clearly. That you are the Father who is in heaven, the beginning and the end of everything, the author and the finisher. Your depth can never ever be measured. From eternity to eternity, from year to year, generation to you exist constantly as a reminder of what is creation, because you embody it. If you allow us to proclaim your goodness in our lives, we will be here for eternity. But in a very small way, as befitting mere mortals, we ask you to come and take pride of place in our hearts, to come and be merciful unto your children. Our Fulani are killing us. That can never ever be your intention. We have suffered enough. We were killed and the world pretended and keeps pretending nothing happened. 6 million of your children slaughtered out of the ignorance brought to us by Europe. Ignorance. They brought the ignorance to us. And then they allowed Islam to kill us. Nobody was held to account. Gowon is still walking about today. I remember the tales we are told of families begging for water, of pregnant women being cut open and their children brought out of their stomach. The world kept quiet. They did nothing. Our Fulani was so evil and wicked. They will cut open, they will be performing crude emergency cesarean sessions on the stomach of Biafran women who are running for their dear lives. Most of them collapsed on the road and died. Most of them were forced into well, deep well, pushed in there. Before they even hit the ground, some of them, they broke their necks. So all across our Fulani lands of the Mohammedan Emirates of the North, there are bones of your children everywhere. And our Fulani people killed. We remind humanity of this so that it wouldn't happen again. We are telling the world that the same massacre and pogrom Buhari is preparing once again. They have come to Bulobia. They are in Onisha. They are in Aba. They are in Owerri. They are in Iguacha right now as we speak. Calabar is taken over completely. Ebo is gone because there is Islamic University in Ebo. We are surrounded by these enemies, these agents of darkness, the children of Lucifer. Only you can bring light because that's what we represent. You brought us to that part of the world that we may bring light because their lives were full of darkness. Somewhere along the line, we derailed, failed to pursue our ultimate objective, and started to worship idols. Even when the Europeans brought their own idol, we followed them. No complaint whatsoever until they abandoned us. Now is an opportunity for us to make amends, and that is what we call upon your name. As you commanded us to. We should not bow down before anybody. That is what we are here to do. And that is where we are phenomenally successful. If you abandon Chukwokika Biama, if Chukwokika Biama in heaven is not central to what we are doing, we will fall. That is why we call upon your name every blessed day without faith. Without you, we are nothing. Without you, our enemies will triumph. Because of you, because of the work we are doing, humanity now knows your real name. Chukwu Okike Abiyama, the Almighty Creator. You come close to Him, you will know Him. Is a name reserved for your children. There was a young lady that wrote to me today. In your infinite mercy, you allowed her to see the light. And I said to her, my dear child, what is your name? She said, Mary Jane. I said, Topia, what is your name? She said, Chisomi. I said to her, do you know the meaning of your name? She said, yes. I said, please, can you explain to me the meaning of your name? She said, Chikokika Piama is with my name. And I said, can you now tell me the meaning of Mary Jane? She said, I'm sorry, I don't know. I said, do you see who you are? You have the creator of the heavens and the earth. You have the seal. You have the approval of heaven to go forth to proclaim the goodness of the Most High, the Lord of hosts. You bear his name. You bear his name. Your name is Jesus. It's a divine name from heaven. You're answering Mary Jane, the name of a female dog in America. People don't understand who they are. But once you come here, we'll tell you who you are. And it is by your grace. It is not by ours. Everything is being made possible because of who you are. We are grateful that you are in our lives. And because of that, Biafra will come. And when it does, we will praise you on the streets. We will dance on the streets, I'm telling you. The world will look at us and say they are going crazy. Is it what type of God are they worshiping? We say it is not a God, it is the Creator himself. At that point in time, every honor and glory, every adoration, every praise you can think of. We will worship you in a way that the world will tremble. Because we are your last testament. That is all we ask for. That your name be praised in that land of the living, that your kingdom may descend from heaven upon this very earth. That land is Biafra. It will dwell as a beacon and hope to the rest of humanity forever and ever. He said, we are indeed blessed. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of indigenous people of Biafra all over the world. Everywhere there are people answering to IPOB Island. I command the commanders of the armies of Biafra, and they will do us proud when the time comes to rescue. Every preparation is being done. They will do us proud. They will defend you. Ours will come to kill us. That is normal. They may be lying to the world. Oh, they should prepare. No, we know they are liars and cheats. And this evening we continue to expose them. Every day, every blessed day that we exist, the zoo is diminishing. That is why all of you must work hard.
Did you hear that from Onyendu? He said that he is the commander of the commanders of Biafran army. He is the commander of the commanders of Biafran army. Ndoto pilot, Gumi of Idu, Silunu na Innocent Oji is the commander of commanders of our Biafran army. So Gumi of Idu is now removing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and replacing him with Innocent Oji Mwanza. You get the message. That's why you see Ogaluo n'isi maka na onwe point in peak there. When I told you people that if you deny IPOB, and we apart from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if you deny IPOB do me, many of you are maho. Biafra Abiago. Maniyan Choka. One thing I will ask all of you to avoid is go and prepare the answer you will give to your children when they will ask you, Father, what were you doing? Why Biafran people are fighting for their freedom? As a Biafran man, what role did you play? What will you answer your child? That you play a role of kidnapping, maiming, intimidation, and taking glory of other people's work? Is that what you will tell them? What role or what was your activities during Biafran agitation? Okay, figures. You were busy shouting obedient fowl and obedient rubbish while men are fighting gallantly. What will you answer? Like I said, this program will be 1 hour, 30 minutes maximum. I will stop it here. Like I said in the beginning of this broadcast, the level of IPOB now, don't expect any person to tell you, remain resolute, remain struggle. Don't expect media warriors to be coming online to be telling you what you will do and how to move again. We strongly believe that with what is happening, you will know that the stage we are now is a war. You are in a war. Know that the stage you are now is a stage of war, and everyone must fight it So drop the pan of obedience in your head and pick the arm of war. Put that mentality in your head now to save yourself. The Fulanis are 100% ready. The Oduduwas are 100% ready. The only people that are being confused are the obedient fools, obedient fowls. Those that are shouting obedient, thinking that the Fulani, they will say, if you want to catch a madman, behave like a madman. If you want to catch a monkey, behave like a monkey. You think you can catch Fulani by becoming a slave to them or by giving them fake promise. They will use you and dump you. They are 100 steps ahead of you, any Igbo politician. On this note, I will tell you people, Biafra is here. Always know that you can wake up and hear the trumpet sound on Radio Biafra. Prepare for what is coming. Prepare. It's as simple as that. And I say, may the soul of mbazuruike Amaechi rest in the bosom of the Lord. And may he join our ancestors and rise in power to protect Biafra land and fight for the release and for the restoration of Biafra. Fight as an ancestors. Like our sister said, you take the authentic message, the first class message to the ancestors. Tell them that their son is languishing in DSS custody. Tell them that no, now the message they sent to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, no blozikwa ihe ọ tụrụ anya ka ọ na-afụ ka ha binye ha ekwekwana ka ọkwụ nna gụnyere nne ya n'aka legbuo onye maka na ndị be anyị na-ekwu okwu si na onye nne ya na-edunye oshi na-eji okwu agbawado ọkụ na uzipụta Maazị n'ije a mbazuruike Amaechi. Tell your fellow ancestors that your children are suffering and dying every day prematurely. Let them rise and fight for us. Tell them, you see everything that is happening here. I will not tell you anyone. Tell them how unhappy they made you, how they make you to not to achieve your last request in a die minute. Tell them. Tell those our ancestors that have turned back on us to turn their fronts. Tell them what is happening to their children. Tell them that we are burning alive. The enemies are killing us every day. Tell them. Tell them the reason why they need to rise up and fight. Tell them. Tell them the hour is now before it will be too late. Tell them. Tell them there is no more time to delay. The hour is now. Tell them it's time to fight. On this note, I say, may Chukwu Okike Abịama, onye pụrụ ime ihe niile, guide and protect Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, guide and protect IPOB leadership, guide and protect IPOB worldwide, guide and protect ESN, guide and protect our volunteers and everyone who volunteer himself or herself to protect Biafra land, and guide and protect our media warriors, guide and protect Maazị Achebe Paul. You see, I don't have much to say this evening because the death of mbazuruike Amaechi, it weakens me. It weakens me. His death pains me. It's supposed to be a thing of joy if his request was granted and he has at least hug Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, hold Maazị Nnamdi Kanu before he joined his ancestors. It will be a thing of joy. But that request was declined and rejected. And the people that call themselves the leadership didn't do anything. It's very painful. And for that, when you see me, I don't normally broadcast like this. My heart was bittered, and I'm still bittered. Supposed to be a thing of joy, transition of life, but it's a thing of painful. It's a painful thing that his last wish was declined by the enemies, and those who supposed to fight for it did not rise up to fight for it. And that is why I am calling him to rise in power to do it. When he was with us, he don't have any power to do anything because he was just a mere mortal. Now you are an ancestor, you are a spirit. You have all the powers to do it because the spirit control the physical. Do it. On this note, I say, may Chukwuka bless all of us. We shall see Biafra. Prepare yourself, for we are about to march. Biafra is here. For those of you who has inner eye, we know that we are about to march. It's not all about making noise or counting dates, giving fake hope. No. When the time comes, you will hear it. May Chukwuka guide and bless every one of us until I see you, until I come your way again. Once again, this is MAP. Ezioku Bundo 1 in Biafra land. One name. If you don't like me, hug transformer. If you don't like my way of doing, one name one seed, sniper dagalon, gabaliamo. Okay? Enolia? Oh, hey, Biafra. Thank you, Marian Haida.